And we have a really fun adventure today. So we actually have a car in a foreign country. We had planned on going to a town called Odense, which I think is a big touristy town in Denmark. It's about 2-hour drive from Copenhagen, but we figured maybe it would be a little too touristy.
Yeah, it's like the third biggest country or city in the country. It's the home of Hans Christian Andersen. There's a bunch of museums. So we said, we want to do something just a little bit different, a little smaller and more just unique.
And we enjoy off the beaten path. So if we go to a city, we find the tourist area and we pretty much walk a few blocks in the other direction, and we find the hidden gems. So kind of our hope today is we are going to choose a direction, drive from Copenhagen, and hopefully we'll stop at a few towns and maybe we'll find some hidden gems to show you guys. So we'll see. This could be an epic fail or it could be an epic success. And I think it's gonna be an epic success.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We have made it to our first stop and the sun has come out gloriously.
We are in Coog.
Coog, Denmark. It's about 40 minutes or so south of Copenhagen, and we don't know what's here, but so far we've driven in. It looks like a cute little village, and we are excited to see what it has to offer. So we're gonna show you.
Let's go find out.
Let's find out. Look at this rock, it's so cute. It's very like Frozen vibes. How fun. Already this is a win. It has like this cute little river. It has this cute little like square. Like this looks like a storybook. How is this not in the TikToks when we were searching for places to come? This is so cute. We found another courtyard. We have to go in. I mean, this building looks like it's out of a storybook, like a Hans Christian Andersen storybook. We're gonna go into a place called Normal. So Normal is essentially what I think is Europe's version, or at least Scandinavia's version of a Target. It's like kind of the closest of what you'd find, but it has cleaning supplies, beauty supplies, food, toiletries, craft supplies. It's funny that it's called Normal. Yeah, but it kind of has like the prices of like, think of like a Five Below. It's very priced in like that kind of value range. You would walk in and think like, oh, Dollar Tree, Five Below, but really this is essentially like their closest to Target, I would think, if I had to compare it to something in America. And if you look, a very European thing is they have very reduced hours on a Sunday. So this is open 10 to 3. So if you read military time, which if you work at Disney, you do, it's open 10 to 3, which is crazy. But I mean, you already see a lot of different things. So we have, you know, chocolate. This is a Dutch chocolate brand, Tony's Chocolonely. It's funny, it's called Chocolonely. But then you also have, you know, this appears to be like a foaming cleaner, like a Drano. You have soaps, you have travel toiletry bottles, you have Red Bull. So already like a variety of, you know, random convenience items. Now for everybody who says you cannot find peanut butter in Europe, this is a total lie. I see it everywhere. Proof is in the pudding right here. Normal, Jif, and you can get it at any grocery store. Proof.
We've kind of reached the American section, so we have American burger sauce, aka Thousand Islands. But then you've also got your mac and cheese, sriracha mayo, you name it. Cholula. Granted, it's chili garlic ale and piment. That's a new one.
We have come to the end of this street and we found what looks to be like a Sunday market. So I don't know if it's a farmer's market, an antique market, but we're gonna go check it out.
Everybody's here.
And we are experiencing the true Danish weather in that there's one cloud right above us right now raining and it's kind of blowing on us. But then if you look behind us, it is completely blue sky. So hopefully the blue sky comes soon. But we're excited to explore this market and it's happening here, rain or shine.
actually turns out it's like a resale market. It's like a Sunday flea market of sorts, which is really interesting because it's definitely a lot of stuff that I wouldn't normally see at the American ones. Any of those type of people that love to go to those thrift markets on the weekends, not usually us, definitely come here.
We're definitely not like a flea market thrifting type. I feel like we see people who like, they go to a Goodwill and they find the most fabulous thing. I find broken toasters. This is my luck.
We're failures at it.
At a thrifting. But it's still really cool to see, and it's kind of cool to see the different kind of Scandinavian dishware and things like that and see what people kind of gravitate towards.
Let's try the local thing. Yep.
Like a salami of sorts?
Yeah. Oh, so good. It just melts in your mouth. I have no idea what. We'll translate that later and find out what it is, but it was delicious. So with the amount of meat that they had out to sample in America, that would be gone in 5 seconds because everyone would grab handfuls for their entire family.
Like when you go to Costco and everybody grabs like handfuls for their 8 kids.
No.
People are so respectful here.
Yeah, here you're tasting it to see if you want to buy it, and I would consider buying it if I wasn't on vacation. But most people, yeah, go to Costco and like that's their lunch, is to go and grab as many samples as possible. America. So definitely being a Sunday, most of the little shops are closed, but surprisingly, there's still tons of people out and about. With the whole flea market thing going on, people are just outside of their houses selling stuff. People are walking around the squares. It's lively despite everything kind of being closed.
Yeah. So all the restaurants are open. So like restaurants, coffee shops, those are open. And there's been a few like, you know, little actual shops, but we have the main flea market in the square, but it almost seems like it's a garage sale day just around the surrounding neighborhood. So you'll see people just sitting out at their houses selling toys, clothes, books. Since I don't speak Danish, I keep having to wonder, are you a thrift store like your home, or is it, you know, you're just setting stuff up and you're just leaving your door open? But it's been really cool. I mean, I feel like the vibe is great here. People are out, they're having a great time. Everybody's walking. There's a church behind us. The bells just went off, and it's been really cool to kind of see just people living their life because everybody here seems local.
They're all happy.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy.
Yep. Schools here are a much more aesthetic experience than schools in America. There are no portable classrooms here, but look at this. It's just a normal like public school, and look how like pretty and quaint it is. We take everything we said back about normal. Normal is essentially what I think is Europe's version, or at least Scandinavia's version, of a Target. We were randomly walking down the street. We saw a grocery store. It's the Co-op brand, which is pretty big here in Denmark. This store is massive. It looked really tiny from the outside, but it has groceries, it has home decor, it has clothing, it has beauty supplies. Like this right here is the Target of Denmark. We take everything we said back, we stand corrected. In the US, we have a massive cereal selection. It's usually a whole aisle. This is pretty much it here. There's maybe 10 different types of cereals, and it's just so much smaller and a lot more of the like, you know, kind of natural brand flavors. You would definitely have like your Frosted Flakes and your, you know, we have Rice Krispies, but there's no like Lucky Charms, things like that here. Of course we would find this in Scandinavia.
The market just keeps going and going.
We keep finding these alleyways, little squares, and like there's just people everywhere. Like there's hundreds of people.
It's great.
This is insane, and I think we are the only Americans here at sea.
Oh, I haven't seen any other tourists.
It's just us. Like we're the only people with a camera right now, and people are giving us funny looks. Scandinavian fashion. We have seen a lot of people just picnicking and packing food in a lot of places, so we decided to go to the grocery store and we're just gonna make sandwiches for lunch. And we bought that peanut butter we showed you earlier. Sometimes you just need a little taste at home, but
something simple.
It'll be fun, simple, and we get to enjoy this beautiful water view. Great hours at Coog, and now we are on to the next journey, so we'll see where we end up in small town Denmark.
Cool, so we just randomly were driving into our next town and we saw a bakery, so of course we had to quickly stop. So Katie told me I had to stop and get a rum kugel. So it's this like rum cookie butter ball basically, but they don't cook out the rum. I'm kind of intrigued. So we've been seeing them all around. Katie said she's seen them in her childhood, but we got a coconut one and a chocolate one. But you can see they're these like giant just cookie balls.
And these are a very Scandinavian, European baked good.
Oh, holy sh**. That's just rum. It tastes like, imagine like a cookie dough bite where it's not been cooked, you just kind of roll up all the batter, but put alcohol in it, and then that's it.
And what is on the outside? Is that coconut?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We got two, so maybe you try the second one first. So that's the coconut.
That is just pure alcohol.
You can get drunk.
Chocolate one, seriously.
There's a chocolate one, just pure chocolate. Let's see the inside. Okay.
This one has, nope, there's the rum.
Woohoo! Roadside party.
Boozy cookie dough bites. When in Denmark, gotta go for it, right?
Gotta go for it. We are on to our next destination, which is called, and excuse my pronunciation, Roskilde here in Denmark. It was about a 30-minute drive from Coog, where we were at earlier. Coog. I see my pronunciation. And we're probably about 30 minutes outside of central Copenhagen as well. We're here to see what it has to offer. So far it is very cute, lots of colorful buildings, and I'm excited to explore. We found another alleyway. Let's see where it takes us. It's really interesting because this is a courtyard and it obviously has lots of apartments and houses, but then hidden back here, there's also a hair salon. So you find a lot of these random little businesses tucked away in these little squares, which is so unique and so charming and so cute. Throughout this town square, they have a whole bunch of these art installations and their benches. And it's really cool because it's a single bench and it looks like it's been decorated by different artists. And then it's two other benches of different styles kind of set up on the sides. And they said you can move them and set them up in a circle. But it's just kind of a cool art collective thing made by local artists, it looks like. Free piano. Show us what you got.
big thing in Scandinavian culture is hygge, which is essentially that feeling of coziness or something special. And so in particular with that, you have what they call fika, which is taking that afternoon break to kind of relax, get something like a coffee, a little treat, and just enjoy. Cheers.
The town of Roskilde is built on a big hill, and if you look down below you can see water. So we want to go check out the water. It looks like a lot of people are walking that way, so I'm curious to see if it's a beach, if it's like shipping ports, but I'm just excited to see it. I mean, I've been in Denmark for a few days now and I haven't really been to the coast.
We drove over the bridge.
We did drive over the bridge to Sweden. But it'll be fun to come down and see the water. It looks like it's a popular afternoon walk for a lot of people. This is something that can never happen in the US. So basically it looks like the person who lives here has a rack of clothes that they want to sell. So they left their mobile pay number and it's just based on like the honor system. So somebody could take this scarf and then pay 50 kroners, which is about what, $5 or so?
Yeah.
And have it on the honor system. Like how crazy is that? Like trust. People leave their babies outside. They have a trust sale. This is amazing.
In America, that would get jacked in 5 seconds.
Yep. I found a reenactment of a Viking boat. Ahoy! We are here on the coast of this massive lake here in Roskilde, and I think our road trip around Denmark is going to have to come to an end soon because we do have dinner reservations in Copenhagen tonight.
But Kog, Roskilde, you guys get 2 thumbs up, and it was amazing. Absolutely loved both cities.
Yeah. I felt like Kog was really like a storybook city. It was cool to see like kind of the old style houses had lots of cobblestone streets, and with all the markets we saw so many people out walking around.
Even here in Roskilde, people were just riding bikes, walking, because it was just like a beautiful day outside. So why not just be with your family and friends and just chill, go get some coffee, go sit at a bench in the park.
Hygge at its finest.
Absolutely.
And I think the main takeaway that I have is, one, go off the beaten path. You don't have to go to the places that the websites tell you to go to. If you're not interested in a random museum, don't go. If you want like what we want, which was we want to see how people in Denmark live, literally we had a car, so we just found places on a map and we were like, this looks cool. And I think a big thing I've recognized too is I knew a lot of stuff closed a lot earlier in Europe on Sundays, so stuff would either be completely closed or open from 10 to 3. But I was expecting it to be really ghost towny because if stuff's closed in America, like on a holiday, no one is around.
Yeah.
And the streets are filled. There are people walking, they're biking, they're just like sitting on their patios, hanging out with their friends, having coffee, having wine.
It makes you approach things in a much different way, and it's really nice.
It kind of shows that even though you don't have like stuff to entertain you, like shops, you know, things like that, people don't care. They're still out, they're enjoying the day, and they're outside. And I think maybe that's the key of why Denmark is seen as like the happiest country in the world, because people here do seem happy.
Well, I'm happy.
I'm happy too.
Cheers from Denmark. We'll see you again soon.
Cheers from Denmark. See you again soon. Be sure to check out our other Denmark, Scandinavia videos down below.
Like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Come a little closer. Yeah, look back to the mic. I can't see you.
Can't see. There I am.
Okay, ready? Hello from small town Denmark.
We're in Kog, Denmark. I'm not gonna say where we are. Okay. Easily the #1 advertisement we've seen all around Denmark is this. I feel like this is very LA.
So one of the things that Katie told me I had to get is a rumkugel, which is like a rum ball. So Katie told me
We found this absolutely beautiful little garden just like in the middle of a residential neighborhood. Look at this, it's so well manicured.
Hey, it's a cemetery.
It's a cemetery.
Mm-hmm. That one would make such a good charcuterie. It's delicious, it's so good. So a big thing in Scandinavian culture is hygge, which is
Huga.
huga.
To the next town right now, and we have the Romkugen in the car right now, and our car smells like alcohol.
Yeah, like if I was pulled over in the US, they would be like, step out of the car, sir.
Our car smells heavily of alcohol, and it's from these like cake balls. It's insane.